Tin-plated iron and galvanized iron are generally produced by A. Vaporizing, B. Hot dipping, C. Electroplating, D. Spraying. The correct answer is hot dipping. In a drilling process, the metal is removed by both shearing extrusion. General-purpose drills are made of A. Stainless steel, B. Mild steel, C. High-speed steel, D. High-carbon steel. The correct answer is high-speed steel. Dezincification is a form of corrosion especially applicable to A. Brass, B. nichrome, C. Stainless steel, D. Monel. The correct answer is brass. Which of the following materials is not suitable as a die material for wire drawing? A. Diamond, B. Tungsten carbide, C. Tool steel, D. Bronze. The correct answer is bronze. By X-ray diffraction it is not possible to determine the A. preferred orientation, B. residual localized stresses, C. particle size, D. ordered arrangement of magnetic moments. The correct answer is residual localized stresses. In continuous casting process, graphite molds are used with a view to providing A. heat-resisting medium, B. self-lubricating qualities, C. non-wetting surfaces, D. chilling effect. The correct answer is self-lubricating qualities. Energy required to compress a hot gas as compared to cold gas will be A. more, B. less, C. same, D. more or less depending upon the nature of the gas. The correct answer is more. In the commercial production of which of the following metals metallothermic reduction is used? A. copper, B. zinc, C. zirconium, D. nickel. The correct answer is zinc. New water wells are disinfected with chlorine in the form of A. sodium chloride, B. sodium hypochlorate, C. bleaching powder, D. aluminium chloride. The correct answer is bleaching powder. In a boundary layer developed along the flow, the pressure decreases in the downstream direction. The boundary layer thickness in this case will A. decrease gradually, B. increase gradually, C. increase rapidly, D. remain constant. The correct answer is increase gradually. Velocity of a gas in sound is not proportional to where T absolute temperature of the gas, P absolute pressure of the gas, Y ratio of specific heats, Cp Cv specific weight of the gas, At, B1P, Cy, D1. The correct answer is 1P. A material lacking in toughness is usually termed as A. plastic, B. malleable, C. brittle, D. ductile. The correct answer is brittle. The basic constituent of vegetable oils is A. triglyceride, B. fatty acids, C. fatty alcohol, D. monoesters. The correct answer is fatty acids. Latent heat of dry steam at atmospheric pressure is 539 kcal, which with increase in the pressure of steam, A. decreases, B. increases, C. remains same, D. may increase or decrease. The correct answer is decreases. Which of the following terminology is used for the temperature at which new grains are formed in a metal? A. eutectic temperature, B. lower critical temperature, C. recrystallization temperature, D. upper critical temperature. The correct answer is recrystallization temperature. When a tuning fork vibrates, the waves produced in the fork are A. stationary, B. longitudinal, C. progressive, D. transverse. The correct answer is longitudinal. Fatigue limit of a material should not be increased by A. Short peening. B. Surface decarburization. C. Understressing. D. Cold working. The correct answer is surface decarburization. For a fixed cross-sectional area, the most economical channel section has maximum A. Wetted perimeter. B. Fluid discharge rate. C. Fluid velocity. D. Depth of flowing fluid. The correct answer is fluid discharge rate. Pellets are not as popular a burden as sinter in the iron blast furnace because of their A. Shape. B. Swelling tendency. C. Poor reducibility. D. Low mechanical strength. The correct answer is swelling tendency. A form of stress corrosion failure termed as season cracking is generally observed in A. Thermosetting polymers. B. High carbon steels. C. Brasses. D. Borosilicate glasses. The correct answer is brasses. A material subjected must have high resilience. A. Shock loading. B. Vibration. C. Fatigue. D. Tension. The correct answer is shock loading. Triple point of water is A. 0 floor. B. 492 R. C. 0 K. D. 273 C. The correct answer is 0 floor. Solute atoms which cause yield point phenomenon in mild steel are is A. Aluminium. B. Boron. C. Carbon. D. Nitrogen. The correct answer is carbon. Pipe is the most suitable for carrying sanitary drainage. A. Stainless steel. B. Reinforced cement concrete. C. Cast iron. D. Asbestos cement. The correct answer is cast iron. Liquor poisoning generally occurs due to the presence of in it A. Ethyl alcohol. B. Impurities. C. Methyl alcohol. D. Carbonic acid. The correct answer is methyl alcohol. Pick out the wrong statement. A. Ductile fracture of a stressed material which exhibits a large plastic deformation is commonly caused by the formation and coalescence of voids in the necked region. B. Brittle fracture is caused by the propagation of pre-existing cracks in the material and involves minimum plastic deformation. C. Fatigue fracture of a material is always brittle in nature and takes place due to the existence of line imperfections. D. Brittle materials are generally tested in tension. The correct answer is brittle fracture is caused by the propagation of pre-existing cracks in the material and involves minimum plastic deformation. More than 95 of is present in corundum. A. CO2. B. A12 or 3. C. CaSO2. D. MgO. The correct answer is A12 or 3. Blow-off coke is provided in steam boiler to A. Guard the boiler in case of abnormal rise in steam pressure. B. Drain out water and sludge during its repair. C. Regulate the supply of water in boiler. D. Put out the fire in the furnace when the water level in the boiler falls to unsafe limit. The correct answer is drain out water and sludge during its repair. Work hardening of a material. A. Decreases its tensile strength. B. Decreases its ductility. C. Increases its ductility. D. Does not affect its ductility. The correct answer is decreases its ductility. Blasting of trinitrotoluene TNT is done by mixing it with ammonium. A. Nitrate. B. Sulfate. C. Carbonate. D. Chloride. The correct answer is nitrate. Thermite welding is categorized as the welding. A. Forge. B. Fusion. C. Resistance. D. Arc. The correct answer is fusion. A gas having a negative Joule-Thomson coefficient when throttled will A. Become hotter. B. Become cooler. C. Remain unchanged. D. Liquefy. The correct answer is become hotter. Annealing of metal does not A. precede its wire drawing. B. induce softness and removes stresses dissolved gases. C. refine the crystalline structure, produce a definite microstructure. D. alter toughness, ductility, and magnetic, electrical or other physical properties. The correct answer is precede its wire drawing. Which of the following is a common constituent of both paint and oil varnish? A. extender. B. pigment. C. thinner. D. drying oil. The correct answer is drying oil. Lithium is a useful alloying addition to aluminium because it A. is cheap. B. imparts solid solution strengthening. C. lowers density and contributes to age hardening. D. improves the corrosion resistance of aluminium. The correct answer is improves the corrosion resistance of aluminium. Pick out the wrong statement about coating electroplating of metals. A. phosphate coating is used as an excellent base for paints enamels. B. phosphate coating is less corrosion resistant than chromate coating. C. the base metal to be electroplated is normally made the cathode of the electrolytic cell and coating metal is made the anode. D. calorizing is the process of coating steel with chromium. The correct answer is calorizing is the process of coating steel with chromium. In case of a centrifugal pump, the ratio H1-H2 is termed as the efficiency, where H1 actual measured head, H2 head imparted to the fluid by impeller. A. mechanical. B. overall. C. volumetric. D. impeller. The correct answer is mechanical. Brinell hardness number (BHN) of a material is a number which has A. no dimension. B. unit of length. C. unity of force area. D. unit of force length. The correct answer is unity of force area. Vanadium addition to steel improves its A. high temperature oxidation resistance. B. fatigue strength. C. heat treatability by quenching. D. hardenability. The correct answer is hardenability. Plants produce carbohydrates from the CO2 present in the atmosphere by A. polymerization. B. photochemical reaction. C. oxidation. D. none of these. The correct answer is photochemical reaction. Identify the correct statement with reference to the extractive metallurgy of aluminium. A. the electrolyte consists of molten Na3L6 with approximately 1 to 8 L2O3. B. approximately 80 of the aluminium deposited on the cathode comes from cryolite. C. sodium is deposited along with aluminium but is immediately vaporized. D. anode effect sets in when the cryolite concentration goes below 40. The correct answer is the electrolyte consists of molten Na3L6 with approximately 1 to 8 L2O3. A particle is settling in a liquid under Stokesian conditions. The free-falling velocity of the particle is proportional to A. particle diameter. B. particle diameter. C. particle diameter 2. D. particle diameter 3. The correct answer is particle diameter. Which of the following is not used as an alloying element in steel used for making permanent magnetic material? A. tungsten. B. chromium. C. vanadium. D. cobalt. The correct answer is vanadium. Pick out the wrong statement. A. geothermal energy is a non-conventional source of energy. B. mass is converted into energy in both nuclear fission-fusion reaction. C. inhalation of mercury vapor is not harmful for human beings. D. inhalation of arsenic causes cancer. The correct answer is Inhalation of mercury vapor is not harmful for human beings. The fatigue resistance of a material is improved by the following technique. A. Anodizing. B. Carburizing. C. Ion nitriding. D. Short peening. The correct answer is short peening. Increase in temperature in general results in the A. Decrease in the viscosities of both liquids gases. B. Increase in the viscosities of both liquids gases. C. Increase in the viscosity of liquids and decrease in that of gases. D. Decrease in the viscosity of liquids and increase in that of gases. The correct answer is decrease in the viscosity of liquids and increase in that of gases. Which of the following can be manufactured using powder metallurgy techniques? A. Brake linings. B. Bearings. C. Carbide tool tips. D. All A, B, and C. The correct answer is all A, B, and C. Removal of non-condensables from steam or other vapor is termed as the process. A. Condensation. B. Deaeration. C. Scavenging. D. Exhaust. The correct answer is deaeration. Cold heading or upsetting is categorized as the process. A. Extrusion. B. Bending. C. Rolling. D. Forging. The correct answer is forging.